everyone, I am Anushka Narula from Team UACIT, and today we have Apeksha Manchanda with us. Apeksha is currently pursuing Computer Science and Engineering from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University for Women. Apeksha is a Google Women Techmaker Scholar 2020, and today we are going to talk about her journey of winning the scholarship. So we are going to talk about tips and how did Apeksha go through each and every round of the scholarship program. So there are three stages in the selection process. The first one is an online application. The second one is an online test. And the third one is an interview. So let's talk about each of these stages. So the very first stage, which is the online application. So Apeksha, how did you go about completing the online application round and how was it for you?
So basically, the online application stage expects you to fill an online application which asks for general details about your education, your resume, your academic transcripts, and 2 essay questions. So obviously, the judgment criteria would be on your resume and the essay questions. So first, we'll talk about resume, like what are the points they look for in the resume. So the main thing which I noticed about a lot of resumes is they do not have a section of a community involvement, and that is what this matters the most in this scholarship. So make sure you have that part in your resume, and make sure you tell like what you did for any society or community and what was your part. Secondly, do mention your projects as they show your technical capabilities, and also write a description about each project and what was your part. Coming to the essay questions, so in my year, there was 2 essay questions. The first one was related to any initiative which I have been a part of, and what was the impact which I created through that initiative, and how was my experience. So being in first year, I did not know like what to do with this question, but as I was a part of a technical society, so what I did was like we planned a tech week for this society. So what challenges did we face for that, and how did we overcome that, and finally what was the impact created, how many people we reached. And being an all girls college, we were a team of all girls, and we also did crowdfunding through that event for COVID-19. So that was also a point which made my application stand out. So basically, if you have planned an initiative, make sure to add 3 sub pointers in it. What was the challenges you faced, and how you overcome it, and what was the impact. Talking about the next question was which technology inspires me the most, and how will I use the technology to benefit the women around me in technology only. A lot of fellow scholars, what they did was they mentioned their project, but I did not have any project because I was in first year. So what I did was I was very clear about what I want to achieve in future, what is my vision to do with, if I are given a chance, how would I uplift my community, and how will I impact it. So if you do not have any projects, do not worry about it. Be sure of what is your future vision, and you are good to go. Now let us talk about what should be your approach, or what should be tips that you can take from me. So the first thing is be very genuine and truthful while answering your questions. There's no need of bragging about things and making up things just for the essay purpose or for the scholarship, because in the later stages of the application process, they're going to ask you more about what you have written in the essay, and they can very easily figure it out who is faking it and who has actually done it and impacted it. They can figure it out from your voice only. So even if it is a small impact, make sure to add it, but do not, brag about it or fake it just for this purpose. Secondly, your essay should demonstrate your passion and motivation, and your leadership skills, your community engagement, your interest, your contribution for underrepresented community, because that's what the scholarship is all about. So make sure you highlight those points where these things are maintained in your essay. Coming to one vocabulary of the essay, a lot of people think like a fancy vocabulary will do this, but I use very simple words and easy to understand. And if it is easy to understand and you are not creating a mess around of words, you are good to go with that. Lastly, make your essays as personalized as possible. a huge mistake which people do in this round is that they talk about general problems which women face in technology, and they'll just Google it out and they'll just copy paste the entire problems which are mentioned there. But that is not what they need. They are asking you the questions because they want to know about your personal experience and your personal story through these essays. So make sure you give it to them. And how did you face, if you have come across any challenge which you have faced, talk about it, and how did you see yourself as a solution for that. So make sure to make it more personalized, and that's for the tips for the essay round and the first online application process.
Okay, so that's really nice. And like, make sure that the stories or whatever answer you give are really personalized and they represent what you actually feel and what you actually do. And don't fake out things because that's not going to help you out. So, okay, so let's talk about the second stage now. So the second stage, which was an online test. So Apeksha, what was the pattern of this test, and how did you prepare for this?
So basically, this challenge consisted of 30 multiple questions, which were given to be solved in 30 minutes, which is a difficult task itself, and which is an impossible task to be achieved at that time. And the questions revolved around computing and networking, C programming, OOPS and C++, and data structures. So what I did was, first, my approach was to go for the DSA. I was very clear, like I have to nail this part, and the DSA questions were not much lengthy. The lengthier questions were in the part of C programming and OOPS and C++. So my advice would be go to that sections only when you are done with your DSA and computer and networking section, because you are rest assured with 2 sections first, and then you can entangle with the lengthier questions in those 2 sections. So if a question is taking a lot of time, decide to leave it there and move to the next question. Make sure you go through all the questions once and select which can you do and which are the shorter ones which you can do in time, and consider the lengthier ones at the end of the, when you're done with the shorter ones. So that's what my approach was to go with the second round.
Okay, so yeah, like the very good point that Apeksha you have highlighted is that even if you are in first year, so it might happen that you have not studied all those subjects, because stuff like computer networking mostly is taught in the third year. So it's okay if you have not read about those subjects. Firstly, try and solve the ones which you can do, and then move on to the unsolved ones. Okay, so let's talk about the third stage now. So the ones who have a good score, like who perform well in the test and have comparatively performed well in the online application round as well, get shortlisted for an interview. So Apeksha, what type of questions did you come across in your interview?
They told us like it would be a telephonic conversation rather than an interview, to know more about your goals and interest in the scholarship. And the questions were asked and were set basically to know your interest in the field and your leadership ability and engagement with the community, of course. So the one thing which you can expect a lot in this interview is like the things which you have mentioned in your resume and in your essay answer will definitely be asked, and they'll ask you more about to elaborate on that points, and why did you think about this initiative, and how did you take it to that level. So basically, make sure what you're writing in your resume, read it, and highlight all the important points that you want to use, because they're going to surely be asking that things which you have mentioned in your resume and the essay answers. So my interview was taken by a person who was in the HR team of the Google. So my questions were mainly related to the HR or behavioral questions. Coming to my interview, the first question that the interview asked me was, tell me something about which is not mentioned in your resume. Then he talked about my future goals and motivation and what I want to do for the community that I belong to. Also, there was a very innovative question, like if I am given $1 billion, and how would I use to increase diversity and inclusion in tech. Mainly the questions were set about to know how motivated and passionate you are to increase the diversity in technology, and especially in this case about women. what I would give you as the tips for this round would be like, be confident. Your voice should reflect your motivation and passion, which you have written in your essay and which you are talking about. Also, prepare a small talk on your outreach initiatives, which you have mentioned. Recollect all your challenges which you faced regarding those initiatives, how you solved them, and lastly, the impact. At the end of the interview gives you a chance to ask him or her a question. So make sure you are well prepared with one or two questions for them, so that they also get to know like you are interested in their work culture or in their environment. So, and yeah, the first thing that you have to prepare, which I didn't mention first, is a good introduction. They'll obviously start with an introduction of you. So make sure what you have mentioned in your resume, you have all the things on your tip so that you can add them in the introduction also.
Okay, so be thorough with what you have already told them, be it through the essay or your resume. And yeah, do prepare for some behavioral or situation-based questions. So don't forget to apply. This is a very great opportunity for you to learn not just about technology, but you'll get connected to a very huge community, and that is going to really help you and create an impact in your community. So don't forget to apply. And with this, we have come to an end. Thank you so much, Apeksha, for all those tips that you have shared. And with this, we wish good luck to all the students who are applying this year. And thank you so much.